Please join me in welcoming Noa Tishby.
As I speak to you today, the war in Gaza is finally over. Yes. Thank God. Our living hostages are back home, and we are waiting the return of every single one that's left behind. We have a fragile ceasefire in place and renewed hope for peace in the Middle East. This was not a war that Israel wanted or started. But I want to be very clear. The hatred that we have seen around America and the world was never about the war. It was about Israel. The so-called pro-Palestinians taking over college campuses were screaming for the war to stop, but when that war actually ended, they seemed devastated. When Israel was forced to fight back, these people told us that they wanted a ceasefire. But when a ceasefire actually came, they showed us that they do not want to end the war. They want to end Israel. The campus radicals dressing up as terrorists, calling to globalize the Intifada, they don't care about Palestinian lives. When Palestinians are being executed right now on the streets of Gaza, they are lost for words. And with their silence, they exposed what their movement was about all along. These so-called pro-Palestinian movements, they do nothing to actually improve the lives of Palestinians. They just make American colleges dangerous environments for Jewish students, and they inject anti-Western, anti-democratic poison into our society. They use words like freedom and justice and human rights, but against Jews, anything goes, including rape, murder, and hostage-taking. When it's against Jews, it's called resistance. The so-called Free Palestine movement, it's not about freeing Palestine at all. It's about destroying Israel. And it's not about criticizing Israel's actions, but it's about delegitimizing Israel's very existence. You see, Israel is the only country in the world where how it was formed, right? How it was formed is litigated and re-litigated over and over again. Nobody goes back in time to re-litigate how any other country was formed in order to delegitimize its current existence, right? So when you re-litigate the creation of only the Jewish state, what does that mean? The double standard. It's a glaring display of Jew hatred. And it's just age-old anti-Semitism. Now think about it. No other state was formed with baking cupcakes or petting unicorns. Most states were born in turmoil and, sadly, in violence. Even our beloved United States of America. A great man once said, "Let him who is without sin cast the first stone." And no country is perfect. But it's only Israel that needs to explain her existence. All right, let's go back in time for a moment. We're going to go back to 1947. The Jews accepted the partition of the land. The Arabs rejected it. And then in 1948, when Israel was declared a state, 5 Arab armies invaded. And to this day, Israel's enemies resent that it withstood invasion, won that war, and survived. Now, also in 1947, the British left India, and India and Pakistan partitioned. 1 million or more people died, and up to 20 million were displaced. Yet I never hear anyone questioning India or Pakistan's right to exist. But Israel's right to exist is questioned every minute of every single day. And even now, decades later, we're asked to justify ourselves and apologize just for existence. And we're not going to do this anymore. We're just not. And you know what? They don't just deny the legitimacy of the Jewish state. They deny the very connection of the Jewish people to the land. The connection of the Jews to Israel. I know you get it, right? You're not confused about any of that. So let's be clear about this too. The Jewish people are indigenous to the land of Israel. I might be fourth-generation Israeli, but I carry 2,000 years of history that it connected to that land. And despite centuries of exile and displacement, and the land being occupied by foreign armies, Jews kept an unbreakable connection, bond, and presence in that land. Jews are indigenous to Israel. Denying our connection and our indigenuity to Israel is a lie. And the fact that we even have to debate it is absurd. Israel is not a colonialist state. It's not a colonial enterprise. It is the most successful indigenous land-back movement the world has ever seen. So, we need to stand up tall and proud. We have to challenge the lies, and we have to speak the truth. Our legitimate disputes to be resolved. And we all hope that the ceasefire and President Trump's proposals will breathe new life into the search for peace with the help of God. We all need a better future. But for a better future to be possible, it has to be built on truth. And the truth is this. You can debate Israel's creation all you want. It wouldn't make a difference. Israel is here to stay. The Jews have come from Israel. The Jews went back to Israel. And the Jews are not going anywhere and will remain in Israel forever. Yesterday, today, and for the future. The people of Israel live. Am Yisrael Chai, everybody. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.